Nestled in the heart of Irish seas lies an island where it is called the glorious Isle of Man. It's not only popular for its community, famous motorcycle races, and its landscapes, but there is a history behind its numbers. We will study on how the population grows, shift throughout the decades. Assalamu alaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Arizanan, and along with my group members, we as foundation engineering students at Pusat Asasi UiTM, we're going to use the power of calculus and Microsoft Excel to see and analyze the human population at Isle of Man. All right. So our objective are beyond simple counting. Our objective is to see or build a mathematical bridge between the past and the future. All right. We've got three objectives. The first one is to generate a general solution for its exponential human growth. Second, we're going to find and determine the particular solution to unique to its island human population. And last but not least, we're going to use that particular solution to predict future values and past values and calculate past values, and we're going to analyze it and determine how accurate the mathematical model can be. And these data are between 2005 to 2025, which is the last 2 decades.
Okay, so this is the data table of population of Isles of Man from 2005 to 2025. And the general equation for calculate the population is here, which is P is equal to AE to the power of KT, and P is equal to population. To use this formula, have to take the early year, which is 2005, and the T value for 2005 is equal to T is equal to 0. And after that, we know that T is equal to 0 for the 2005 population is equal to 79,506. The general equation is we have to look at the 2005 population, which is equals to 79,516. And the t value is equal to 0. Substitute the value, and we will get the p value, which is equal to here. After that, we have to calculate for every value, every k value for every year, which is we have to only change the t value and the population value, and then we will get the k value for every year from 2005 to 2025.
Hi, my name is Yumi Mariam. So next, we're gonna calculate the value of k. We had obtained several values of k earlier. So, we take the average by using Excel average formula. Then we got the value of k is equal to 0.006195. Lastly, we substitute the value of k average into the particular solution, and now it becomes p is equal to 79,516 exponential to the power of 0.006195 t.
Hi, I am Azali. So in this section, I will explain to you about the graph and analysis of the path of growth of Isle of Man for over 2 decades. So we use the differential equation to derive for particular solution for the to determine the growth of its island. First of all, we are going to look at our particular solution graph, which this graph shows the theoretical path of population of Isle of Man for over 2 decades. You can see the curve starting at 79,516, which is this is our starting point, which is our T0. With this in mind, we could see that the graph constantly grows, which shows that with ideal condition, the population of Isle of Man will continuously increase, which shows us that without any disturbance, the population will continue to increase and grows. Next, we're going to look at the scatter plot graph, which represent the actual value of population of Isle of Man for over 20 years. So we are going to look at the trend first. As we can see, the trend, while their overall upward trajectory, the data is more volatile compared to the theoretical data that we calculate before. So, and then we are going to look at the peak of the graph. We see a significantly spiked around year 6 through 8, which population rose faster than expected in from like the smooth growth curve of particular solution graph. We could see that from the scatter plot graph, the data is not really similar to our particular solution, which shows that even though the theoretical is always smooth, there is a lot of factors that affect the growth of graph. For example, there is migration, politics, and even death. Moving on to the next graph, which is I combine the scatter plot and the particular solution graph, we could see that there is very huge difference between both of them. As you can see, the red line which shows the particular solution shows a smooth growth curve, while the black dot shows that there's a significant increase in the beginning and then there's slight drop and constant in the end. This shows that even though our theoretical values from the calculation is pretty smooth and reliable.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Muhammad Danish Hakim. In this part, I will tell you about prediction and the analysis, the error analysis. The goal of this part is to apply logical and scientific reasoning to evaluate our model. First, let's look at the table shown. The tables compares the future prediction, which is t is equal 21, and the past value, which is t is equal -1. So, to find the percentage of the error, we'll need to subtracting the actual value and predicted value and divide it by the actual value. And then we multiply it with 100. So, after we calculate, the future percentage error that we get is 7.7%, which indicates an over prediction. This means the actual value is lower than the predicted value of our model. Meanwhile, for the past predicted value, the error is only 0.3%, which shows that the model is highly accurate for the known data. The future error is higher because the model assumes that the growth is consistent over time. However, in real world situation, the growth may slow down or change due to various factors. This causes the prediction to be less accurate.
To wrap up our analysis, let me bring together the two critical factors that shape and will continue to shape the growth trajectory. First, looking backward, the remarkable growth we have seen was influenced by the finance boom, which is a period of rapid financial sector that expansion that drove productivity, investment, and output outward. That was the engine. But looking forward, that same growth faces a headwind, which is an aging population. As demographic shifts, the labor force contracts, the dependency ratios will rise, and the very mathematics of growth will become more constrained. Eventually, the curve will flatten. So here is the key insight. Mathematics will allow us to predict the future, but the geography and economics will provide the friction, the imperfections, the resistance, and the deviation from the perfect curve. The model is clean while reality is not. And that gap is where the policy lives. Thank you for your attention.